Good evening. I'm Imansha Agarwal. Welcome you all to the digital media platform of Uday India. Here are today's main highlights. First of all is coming up from West Bengal. The CBI searched locations connected to West Bengal Minister Muloy Ghatak in the alleged coal theft case, assisted by a sizable presence of central paramilitary officers amid a widespread uproar by opposition parties over the alleged misuse of central investigation agencies. Three of Mr. Ghatak's home in Asansol's Paschim Bardhaman district and one in Kolkata's Lake Gardens neighborhood were raided by the agency. In connection with the scheme, the CBI has also conducted searches at four separate locations in Kolkata. The MLA for Asansol, Uttar, Mr. Ghatak, has once appeared in front of investigators from the Enforcement Directorate in their Delhi office. He has, however, ignored multiple previous ED summons related to the alleged scheme. Moving on to the next one. Nitin Gadkari, the union minister, declared that passengers in the back row must now wear seatbelts. The choice was made following the death of Cyrus Mistry, a former chairman of Tata Sons, in a car accident on September 4 on a national highway in the Maharashtra district of Palghar. The government has also intentions to mandate the installation of a seatbelt alarm system for backseat passengers by automakers. Gadkari stated during his talk to a program that he will release a draft notification in 3 to 4 days. Next one. Union Minister and ex officio member of New Delhi Municipal Council NDMC Minakshi Lekhi has said that Rajpath has been renamed as Kartavepat. Speaking to media after the meeting of NDMC today, Ms. Lekhi said the council passed a resolution to rename Rajpath as Kartavepat. She said, as India completes 75 years of independence, it is only fitting to shed the colonial baggage and move towards India at 100 in the Amrit Kal with our own legacy. Ms. Lekhi said the renaming of Rajpath to Kartavyapath is a reminder that the spirit of public service is not right to rule but duty to serve. She congratulated all the citizens on this landmark decision, saying it shall reaffirm our commitment to serve our motherland in this Amrit Kal. Next one. The Supreme Court will hear the interim plea to stop the Election Commission of India to decide the real Shiv Sena claim on 27th of this month. The interim application moved by the Uddhav Thackeray group to restrain the Election Commission of India from deciding the claim raised by the Eknath Shinde group for recognition as the official Shiv Sena party. A five-judge constitution bench comprising Justice D.Y. Chandrachud, Justice M.R. Shah, Justice Krishna Murari, Justice Hima Kohli, and Justice P.S. Narasimha today heard a batch of petitions filed by the members of both the groups. In response to Khadi scam claims, Aam Aadmi Party MP Sanjay Singh today angrily and practically tore a defamation notice handed by the Delhi Lieutenant Governor V.K. Saxena. The Constitution of India gives me the right to speak the truth, Sanjay Saxena said at a press meet. As a member of the Rajya Sabha, I have the right to speak the truth. I will not be cowed down by this notice sent by a thief, a corrupt man. And then he went on to tear it into several pieces. I can tear and throw away such notices 10 times. AAP has alleged that BJP, which currently controls the center and is led by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, is allegedly ordering the Lieutenant Governor, who was chosen by the union government, to carry out a political vendetta. According to government sources, the Income Tax Agency on Wednesday began conducting searches across several states as a part of tax evasion investigation into registered, unrecognized political parties and their alleged shady funding. According to them, searches are being carried out in a number of states, including Gujarat, Delhi, Uttar Pradesh, Maharashtra, and Haryana. According to the sources, the tax agency has coordinated an action against RUPPs, their associated organizations, operators, and other parties. The department is believed to have taken the unexpected action on the recommendation of the Election Commission, which recently removed 87 companies from its list of RUPP after a physical inspection revealed they were not real. Indian medical students who have returned from the conflict torn Ukraine would now be permitted to transfer to institutes abroad and finish their degrees. The National Medical Commission has decided to recognize the academic mobility scheme provided by Ukraine in light of the unique circumstances allowing such students to finish their studies, as the degree will only be granted by the parent Ukrainian university. The NMC Act mandates that students attending foreign medical institutions complete their education at a single university in order to be eligible for a degree. The interministerial central team headed by the Ministry of Home Affairs Joint Secretary Ashish Kumar met Chief Minister Basavaraj Bommai and his cabinet colleagues today in Bengaluru. The team was briefed about the damages suffered by the state due to rain and floods in the months of July and August and relief sought under NDRF. The Central Assessment Team will visit calamity hit areas for 3 days till September 9th. One of the three teams will visit Bidar, Kalaburgi, and Yadgir districts. The second team is headed for spot inspection in Dharwad, Gadag, and Haveri districts. The third team will visit Hassan, Chikmagaluru, and Chitradurga. Karnataka has pegged losses suffered due to rainfall at 7,647 crore rupees. Loss of life is at least 96 persons. Crop loss is reported on 5.8 lakh crores. According to NDRF guidelines, the state has sought 1012 crore rupees relief from the central government. Late on Tuesday night, Umesh Katti, a minister from Karnataka, passed away from a heart attack. He was 61 years old and in command of the departments of Forest, Food, Civil Supply, and Consumers Affairs. The state has suffered a great loss as a result of ministers passing, said Chief Minister Basavaraj Bommai. The minister reportedly slumped at his Dollars Colony residence after experiencing chest problems. Then he was taken to Ramaiah Hospital where he passed away. When addressing organizations, Mr. Bommai referred to the minister as his brother and praised his work for the government. I have lost a very close friend of mine. He was a brother to me. He had some heart issues, but we never thought he will pass away so soon. He has done a lot of work for the state. He handled several portfolios efficiently. It is a huge loss for the state. He has left a huge vacuum which will be very difficult to fill up, Mr. Bommai said. Delhi Environment Minister Gopal Rai today said that the production, storage, sale, and use of all types of firecrackers will be banned in the national capital till 1st January 2023. In a tweet, Mr. Rai said the ban also extends to online sale or delivery of firecrackers. He said an action plan will be drawn up with the Delhi Police, Delhi Pollution Control Committee, and Revenue Department to ensure strict enforcement of the ban. The minister said the decision has been taken to save people's life from pollution. The UK government, the National Security Council Secretariat of India, and the BAE Systems successfully planned and carried out the cyber security exercise for 26 countries. Under the direction of the National Cyber Security Coordinator, the exercise was carried out as part of International Counter Ransomware Initiative Resilience Working Group. The exercise was conducted by BAE Systems using the Immersive Labs platform, according to a statement from the National Security Council Secretariat. The scenario was created especially for the participants based on threat intelligence and operational experiences. The exercise focus is on the energy sector and the national cyber crisis management teams of the CRI partner nations will each have to deal with an assault by the ransomware on several electrical distribution businesses. Arun Subramanyam, an Indian American lawyer, has received US President Joe Biden's nomination as US District Judge for the Southern District of New York. Along with other judicial nominations, a communication in this regard was forwarded by the Senate by the White House. Mr. Subramanyam will be the first South Asian judge to sit on the United States District Court for the Southern District of New York if he is confirmed by the Senate. Mr. Subramanyam has received congratulations from the National Asian Pacific American Bar Association on his nomination. Mr. Subramanyam is an accomplished trial and appellate lawyer with a proven track record of pro bono service, according to acting NPABA President A.B. Cruz III. The new Home Secretary of the United Kingdom is Attorney Suella Braverman, who is Indian descent. PM Liz Truss has chosen her to be the new Home Secretary. She succeeded Priti Patel, a pro worker of Indian descent. Suella Braverman stated in a tweet today that she is honored to have been chosen by Prime Minister Liz Truss to serve as the United Kingdom's Home Secretary. Suella Braverman, a 42-year-old member of the ruling Conservative Party, was the Attorney General during the previous administration presided over by Boris Johnson. Braverman is a Buddhist who was raised by his Hindu Tamil mother Uma and his father Christy Fernandez. On the Dharmpada, a Buddhist book, she took the oath of office in form of parliament. She was one of the contenders to replace former Prime Minister Boris Johnson. At the Dubai International Stadium last night, Sri Lanka overcame India by 6 wickets in a critical Asia Cup T20 cricket Super 4 match. In order to defeat Sri Lanka, Bhanuka Rajpaksha, unbeaten 25, and Dasun Shanaka, unbeaten 33, compiled a 64-run partnership for the fifth wicket. In the 19.5 overs, Sri Lanka scored 174 runs for 4 wickets. With 57 runs, Kusal Mendes led all scores for Sri Lanka. Pathum Nisanka's 52-run performance aided the team's case as well. With Rohit Sharma's 72-run innings, India had scored 173 for 8 in the allotted 20 overs while batting first. Dasun Shanaka, the captain, received Player of the Match honours. The finals are currently within reach for Sri Lanka. Players from the Indian hockey squad, P.R. Srijash, Harmpreet Singh, and Savita Punai, have been nominated for the FIH Year-End Awards for 2021-22. While Savita Punai and P.R. Srijash are vying for the FIH Men's and Women's Goalkeeper for the Year honours respectively, Harmanpreet Singh has been nominated for the FIH Men's Player of the Year title. In the year 2021 edition, all the three have received honours in their respective categories. Graham Reid, the head coach of Indian men's team, is among the finalists for FIH Men's Team Coach of the Year award, and Janaki Skopman, the head coach of the Indians women's team, is also a contender. The men's team coach of the year for 2021 was chosen as Graham Reid. That's all for today's news. Stay tuned. Thank you. Jai Hind.